All right, 2022 Audi Q5 Quattro, and we're gonna do the oil change today. What you need is just very basic tools. You don't need anything crazy. Basically, it's just 25 torques to get the bottom pan. This is for the drain plug. This is it's kind of a special tool. I use it if you're interested on it. It's you can find it in Amazon or Pelican, also in eBay. That is the part number and the brand, but you don't need it. You don't really need it. You can use a Phillips screwdriver, and also you need a 1.25" socket for the oil filter. I think it's a 32 millimeter, and just in case you need a millimeter socket. But that's what I use. Is very basic. What we're gonna put on it. Well, I like to use this stuff. Lake Moly is the really good stuff. It's made in Germany. This is what is been recommended for the car. All right, this is a really good stuff. Sadly, I don't know where to get this one. They don't sell it on the regular auto parts store, but you can use any other brand or other brand that you like that is easier to find. But you can get this one, I'm pretty sure, on Pelican, on the internet. And also here is a filter. Also, I like to use like this made in Germany filters. I don't like the American made or the ones that you find on regular parts store. This one for sure you can find it on Pelican. All right, so let's on going. First of all, we'll remove this thing, which is very easy. It's just clipped out. So what I do here is that I got it loose to the point where the O-ring, it kind of loosed out so air can get into it, so it will drain out by itself through the oil pan. So you don't have to make a mess when you get it out. It's just gonna spill oil all over the place. So this is what I do. So now let's get into draining it. Okay, so before we continue with the video, it is this part. It's a like a pump. With this thing, what is this thing for? Well, you can change your oil without taking the drain plug out or taking the bottom pan out if you don't have a floor jack or stuff like that. Well, how is it works? Well, you just stick the little tube into the dipstick oil tube right here. Just stick it in there until it hits the pan, and then just pump it out, and then you don't have to do any mess. you know, because all the oil is still here until you get recycled it. You don't have to take the bottom pan, which is that one right there, and you don't need not even get dirty. Just change your oil filter, suck all the dirty oil out, put the new one in. It works. So a lot of people, they don't use this because they say, oh yeah, you don't get all the oil out. Well, you don't get all the oil out anyways with draining it from the bottom, because you still have a little how to say it, from 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 inch of room on the bottom of the pan that is still with oil on there. So you don't get all the oil out anyways. So this is a good way to do it if you like, or if today we're gonna do it the old school way, you know, removing the pan and draining the oil. All right, just for the ones they wanna still doing it the old school way. All right. All right, so that's the drain plug. Like I said, I'm using this tool. I'm an Audi technician, so it fits on the hole and it stays there. All right, but if you don't have the tool, you can use Phillips just to, you know, get it out, or a flathead. Oops. Like always, I make a mess. Like I said, and it stays on the tool, which is really cool. Alright, so we're back to the oil filter. So we just get it out and see, it's already drained out. It's not a mess, you're not pouring oil everywhere. So just get it out. Alright, so get this thing out. You can do it with the knife or with the little small screwdriver. You don't have to use this weird pick. It just happened that I have it. So stick the filter on there until it clicks. Put the O-ring. Make sure that you put it all, just put it all the way to the bottom. Alright, where that thing goes. You can put like a little bit of used oil or new oil around the O-ring, or you can use Vaseline too. Alright, so that's it. And this is just snug. Please don't try to over tighten it, because you can break the case. Just like snuggy, and that's it. Don't give it more, don't give it extra. And as soon as it hits the bottom, and a little snug, that's it. You don't need to super tight that. Alright. Alright, so it's time to put it back together. As you can see, it stopped ripping already, but what I do is at the soon that start ripping, it's time to put it, you know, back on it. So this is the drain plug. You don't need to replace it, just in case. How you can see this little O-ring, if it looks all flat, well, it's time to replace it. But in this case, it still looks pretty roundy, pretty soft, so they're reusable, so you can just put it back on and it would be just fine. So that's it. and at the soon that it stops, that's it. It doesn't need to be tight. I will show you why. It's hard to tell, but it has a little step here where at the soon that it gets there, it locks in place, so it's not gonna go any further. If you try to make it tighter, most likely you're gonna break it. So at the soon when it stops, that's a point to stop. Or another way to see it is that it stays like vertical. Like you can see the line here, this line is aligned with the car. That's another way to know it, but it's pretty easy. At the soon that it stops on the lock thing, or on the stop little thing, stop there, don't keep going. Alright, so it's time to put oil in the motor. Audi recommends 5.5 liters, so that's what we're gonna put on it, and then we'll check the oil level. Alright, so with the engine running, just make sure that the oil filter is not leaking. And well, that's it. Alright, so how to clear the service light? Well, it's pretty simple. You just go your main menu and then vehicle, settings and service intervals, and there you go. I already reset it, so that's why it says 9400 on it, and then until November of next year. But it's very simple. Just press reset button and that's it. You don't need a special scanner like on other models, so this one is just pretty simple, pretty easy. Alright, so that's it. Just go back home. That's it.